was two person for school. I think it was one person for school, and that's or one program. For example, you have one program, one school. Then your teamwork decide one person. That person is in the meeting, and they discuss with your group what is the question, things, and in that way it's more easy, because if we put 5 persons for each school, that will be a mess, because it will be too difficult, it will take too long. So please, the one who are not in the repertoire group or didn't hear before, contact me and we will put it there, and then we will make this seminar with El Sistema. In that way, El Sistema in Sweden is beginning, as Anna said, more stronger, more connecting, more learning with each other. It's an opportunity have to teach more each other from them knowledge in the areas where they are.
So on behalf of what you have said, on behalf of the new established Sistema Cyprus and all the members who are here, who have been here for the first time, we really want to thank you. We feel really grateful and thankful, not only for you guys from Venezuela, Ron, Luis, and all your assistants, but also for our Swedish friends and all friends from all over the world, that you have accepted us here with warmness, and you have provided us with so many information, useful information, but especially experience. And this is what we need now to build actually our nucleus and our team in Cyprus. I have a question to you. You know, I had a conversation with different friends here from different systems, actually, in Europe and Sweden, and how you treat, because there are different groups of people, of children. Some children are refugees. Some children have problems in their own countries, violence and everything. They're underestimated, if I can say this word, in their countries. But all this, for us, I think starts from the family. It starts from the family, not only from the community, but from the family. Maybe you have the worst country, the worst community, the worst government, but if the family that is not there for you, you can't do anything. So sometimes I think the family, do you think that the family always accept so as their children to be a part of their system, and how you treat their parents? How maybe some parents are so violent, maybe they have so many problems, they send their child, of course, their children, but do you have any advices providing these parents? Do you have any program maybe to teach these parents to accept, to be different? This is my question.
Very interesting question. I will pass just well after a few seconds. One of the things that I can say is, for example, in Sweden, what I've been seeing, they do an activity called Wednesday. In another place they don't do on Wednesday, they do on Thursday. I mean, it's different, but it's activities that they do with the parents. But every country is completely different in that way. And the best example that I ask myself is my life. Every time I need to think about the parents, I think about my mom. She didn't support me at all. She even didn't want me to be in El Sistema. So I think it's different ways. I mean, we have students in Dream Orchestra, they don't have the parent with them. Some of them, they even don't have values or core values with being a family, because they left the family 4 years ago or 5 years ago, running away from their countries, as many refugees. So it's different in every place. So I think it's just investigate where is the community that you are working on, and how to attack that, how to deal with that and make a positive support and impact. So you need always to diagnostic what a community you have around to develop program for. Because for example, as I heard last night, Melissa, where's Melissa? She was talking about the oldest people in Hong Kong, and she created an orchestra with elders and how to build. And we are, it's so many examples that you can do. Choirs, parent choir, another thing, only Wednesday activity like they do here in Sweden. In some countries, they do one meeting with the parents and they do a music class written. And when I was in England, I was doing conducting class for parents one time every 6 months, and something that was engaged in. But I think the best way is that the kids start to love your class, because that's the way it was for me. So the parents recognize afterward that they really like it and they want to be there. In England, I was one of the story, one of the cello guy. The parents didn't come, and the first time the parents saw him in television, it was like, oh, my kid is playing, and then they start to get in it. So I think it needs to be from both sides, but it's different in every country.
Yo tengo una recomendación.
I have a recommendation.
Para mí siempre comenzar con los niños más pequeños.
For me, always start with the smallest kid is always to save the world.
Debe haber una manera de acercarse a los más pequeños a través de los lugares de los preescolares.
There should be a way to come near to the smallest kids through the preschools, to the places where they are.
Y uno no solamente les lleva música, sino les lleva amor.
And you bring not only the music but also the love.
Y cuando tú logras que ese niño pequeño,
and when you succeed with this small kid, that this little kid feels that this space where they play music is like their refuge. Safe zone. Then you will have that child forever. And it will grow in the music world. Maybe not only you need to see the vision of the big one child, but to start from the smallest one. And I'm sure you will have kids that are different. And the families will be involved because it's easier to involve the families when the kids are very small. That is what we do with the paper orchestra, for instance. That we involve not only the child but the family too. What the children does is not only important for the kid but also for the parents with the work. And the process is longer, but it's theirs. And they feel it is theirs. What you do in your first phase in your life is forever for them. That's my recommendation.
I'm a beginner when it comes to El Sistema, and I have a lot to learn, but just like a supplement to what Ron and Josba just said, it's really challenging, to work with kids who have problems in their family, and sometimes they don't have a family. And so I think, at least in my experience, my thought is that the orchestra, in a way, becomes their family, becomes a place where they can come to be loved unconditionally. They don't have to fight for the love. It's there always for them. And sometimes it's literally the first time that they've ever met someone who will welcome them with open arms. And I think we've had some kids that sort of, I don't know, are difficult, but just imagining what they've been through and like, I can't imagine what some of them have been through, and probably a lot of your kids as well. But I feel like it's important. For example, I have a bass student in the orchestra. He's 16 now, and he came to Sweden, I think, 2 years ago when he was 14. He's from Afghanistan. He has no idea what's happening with his family, or where they are in the world, or if they're alive. And he was very excited to play and learn, but he would have these periods of like not coming. And so I think with like kids like this, I think it's really important to just not really like demand that like if you want to be serious, you have to come every single day, you have to practice or something, but just to be their friend. Because sometimes they literally don't have anybody. But yeah, that's just my...
My story is some similar to Ron's history in the beginning. My mother is no believe in the power of the music in my first years. Maybe when I play in my first time with the National Children's Orchestra of Venezuela, my mom and my dad, wow, but too hard to work, many work by myself for find this. And for example, in Venezuela, in Maracay, is a province of Venezuela, the children orchestra have a parents orchestra too, not only for the kids, because the conductor look all the days, the children come to the rehearsal, but the parents stay in the door like this, only wait the time to take the kids go home. No, but the conductor said no, maybe it's possible